Alright, so today I have made me some cabbage soup as an attempt to lose weight. But let me tell you why I made this first and foremost. Last week, my friend Tiffany Michelle, and her channel is Tiff Gets Fit. Tiff was my very first supporter on Latchkey Gen X, or this channel. And I comment to her every video she makes, and she comments to a lot of mine, and it's understandable that she can't get around to all of them because I make a lot of content, you know. Let's face it, come on now, I'm hard to keep up with. But she followed my chicken and broccoli experiment and had a little success with that, and I told her I was going to try out this cabbage soup thing again. Now, I'd done this cabbage soup back in 21, so I will add that and make this a part of my 21 flashback series. So, alright, Tiffany, I've got my cabbage soup here. And I made it today, and I did exactly what I told you I was going to do. I was going to either make it with either ground turkey or some dark and white meat chicken. So I got the ground turkey in here. And this is quite hot. Quite hot. And I put my crushed red pepper flakes into this, but I did it after the fact. I like my crushed or ground red pepper fresh in there. I don't like it cooked in there. I like it poured over as an extra spice after the fact. I do it on pizza and everything else when it's available for me to do so. A lot of pizza joints have it, so that's how I do my crushed red pepper. I add it in after. So I went to the store. I picked up some already chopped bell peppers and some already chopped onions that they chop up at the grocery store. So it saved me on some steps. And I bought 2 bags of coleslaw mix, with the cabbage already in it. And this had some carrot slices in it, so I picked up that. I could have bought it without it, but I felt like the carrots would add a little something to it, so I left it in there and left it be. I used a can of crushed tomatoes and a small can of diced tomatoes in this, and I just put it all into the pressure cooker, and I bought some butterball ground turkey to go in there, and I just kind of poured all of these things into my Instapot and let it work its magic on its own. I put some sweet chili wing sauce that only comes in at 10 calories, for flavor in this, because I just want to see if the cabbage soup diet is just as effective once you add a meat to it. So ground turkey is the perfect option, at least as far as I'm concerned it is. And honestly, it's a lot better than the actual cabbage soup itself with a little bit of meat in there. Trust me, I've done it. Like I said, I've done it in 2021, and I'm going to share with you some footage about how that turned out in just a second. It's a lot better with the turkey in it. I feel like it's going to be a little bit more sustainable with that meat in there. I think the vegans are onto something when they add the starch solution into their diet, where they add a starchy vegetable in there to help with satiety, you know, being satisfied with their meal. You know, when they eat a lot of vegetables, they'll either add potatoes or carrots or a mixture of the two, or some English peas or some starchy vegetable to help, you know, satisfy the hunger need. Because honestly, the real cabbage soup, which is the version I made in 2021, it doesn't satisfy the hunger need for very long. And without doing the actual diet correctly, you know, with the fruits and stuff that you're supposed to add to it, which I wouldn't know because I didn't try it. I just tried to eat cabbage soup. I made it through 3 days of it. I lost weight all right, but I also feel like I lost my sanity trying to do it. So I'm going to see what happens. You know, I'm not doing a vegan diet, but so my hope is the meat from the turkey kind of acts like the starch solution and helps with satiety a little better. We're going to find out, but without further ado, this is my attempt, somewhat successful and failed attempt, all at the same time, of doing the cabbage soup diet back in 2021. Without further ado, enjoy. Alright, so it's time for bowl number 2 of the day, day 1, and we'll get that going, and we'll take some video. Alright, so we're loading up bowl number 2. It ain't even warm yet, Oscar. Alright, so we still got a bunch of it left. And we got a bowl full here, full as it's gonna be for now. Oh. I'm wanting to extra detoxify, so the soup is all I'm eating, at least on the first day. Not eating nothing with it, even though the diet calls that you can. Hit that up for 2 minutes and we'll get back where you at. Okay, so I decided I'm going to add me a little cayenne red pepper, a little extra flavor. I like it a little hot and spicy, and a little bit of this hot sauce, which is probably just more cayenne pepper. I don't care. Mix it up really, really good in there. This soup is thick. Oh yeah. A little bit of heat is just what it needed. Now I didn't add it in the beginning because enough my wife or my family wanted to try it out or what. But I like the heat. It is really good in there. It turned it into a different meal for me. That would be good with a little bit of shrimp and a little bit of chicken, a couple of sausage, gumbo style. That is good right there, y'all. Whew. I'm going to be paying for this later, I'm sure. Cabbage alone made me a little gassy. But I don't care. I want to lose some weight. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I want gone. I got a weird shape. Most of me is thin, except right here. That's got to go. Okay, so I am on my third bowl for day one. And I can say I'm very hungry for it right now. But anyway, that pretty much completes day one. We'll see what happens tomorrow morning. Okay, so it's day two cabbage soup diet. We're gonna do a weigh-in real quick. Get my shoes off. We'll see how fast this diet is at moving off the weight. So yesterday we were 326.
Please step on the scale.
Well, I got me a talking scale, so.
Your weight is 322.8 pounds.
Okay, so you saw that, you heard that. So we did lose a few pounds just in a day on the cabbage soup diet. Now I wound up eating a fourth bowl last night. Not following the diet to the letter as to not eating the suggested foods that go along with it on a day-to-day basis. Just eating the cabbage soup for now. I may add some grilled chicken to the menu by the time I'm done with the 7 days, but yeah, I mean, when I feel hungry, I eat a bowl of soup. That's how I'm doing it so far. So far this morning, I have not eaten any. After eating 4 bowls of it in one day, I'm already not looking forward to another bowl of it. But willpower wise, I'm going to force myself to do that, just to see within 7 days, can we get 10 pounds or more, hopefully more off, because this is extreme. If I'm going to go through this kind of extreme, I definitely want to see good results, because otherwise, who would do it? Who would do it? I mean, don't get me wrong, the soup's good, but you know, I'm a southerner. It needs cornbread, in my opinion. Good old big chunk of cornbread to throw in there and mix up, and it'd be perfect. But we can't do that because we're doing this for diet purposes only. So day 2, let's get started. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm really not that hungry this morning, but I've got a client today that I have to do work for, so I'm basically forcing myself to eat the first bowl of the day now, before I get ready to go. number 1, day 2. So I'm heating up bowl number 2 for day 2 now. And yeah, I wasn't that hungry for it earlier, so I really didn't finish a complete bowl, but I'm hungry now. It is 12:30. No, that clock is wrong. I'm sorry. It is 12:52. It's almost 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so I had just about a half a bowl of this soup earlier. It's all I could tolerate at the time. But now it seems like my hunger has more than gotten on me, and going to be able to devour an entire bowl. Just wait on to get done microwaving, and then we'll eat bowl number 2 for today. Weight loss seems to be working. We'll eat this and see what the scale says tomorrow. I'm in a situation where I'm almost out of soup, so I may have to either improvise or get something or do without until tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so I got that nice and hot. We're going to put a little bit of this crushed red pepper in there. And a little bit of this Old Bay seasoning. Give all that a good stir. Got my soup bowl. Oh. Okay, so that Old Bay kicked in some flavor for sure. Even better. For some reason, that is all the footage I have for my cabbage soup experiment back in 2021. I think it's because that was it. That was all I could tolerate of it those 2 days. I was thinking I did a third day, but I'm thinking what may have happened, I may have started on a third day and then decided to call it quits during that third day. So I don't know what happened to that footage. I don't know what happened to the footage of the first bowl and the first weigh-in either. For some reason I have lost that footage, but at least I did have the one weigh-in explaining that I started out at 326 and I wound up at 322 within just one full day of eating the cabbage soup diet. So the diet does work to shed the pounds. It's called peel a pound soup for a reason. But I have modified it a little bit there and added the ground turkey to it, which is makes it more like a chili type of soup. And we'll just see how it does. Probably don't plan on taking it too seriously this time, and definitely just going to use it to stave off hunger and try to minimize some hunger by implementing that. And I think I'll do that along with salads for a few days here, just kind of like a soup and salad type of diet situation. That way I'll have it all to help me with a little weight loss for the week. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it works. If it works, you'll know in a few days. I will let you know whether, I can continue or not. I think I'll be able to do it a little better with the addition of a little turkey in there. So, all right, folks, this has been my experience with the cabbage soup diet during round one. We're in round two now, a modified cabbage soup diet, that I think will be a little more helpful toward me to be able to get through it a little better. We'll see how it goes. So stay tuned over the next few days for that. But this concludes my cabbage soup series and the 21 Flashback episode 2. Hope you enjoyed it. Until later, you folks have a good one.